Friday. Are live. All right, come on in, everybody. Let me turn the music down, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, I see you all coming in. Hello, Fran Diego. Hey, everybody. We're doing something a little bit new today. Come on in. For anybody new here, hi, I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. I make food and femininity content. Today, we're going to be making some game day snacks. Super Bowl Sunday is upon us. I don't know if you all are here for the game, if you all are here for the snacks, if you all are here for the commercials. You can put it in the chat and let us know what brings you to the gathering. I'm going to be making some Southwestern egg rolls today. So this is another Dollar Tree dinners recipe using mostly Dollar Tree ingredients. Now, I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I'll walk you all through a couple substitutes. However, this is going to be like man food, fan food. So we're going to do kind of regular everything yummy today. All right, everybody. So come on in. We are going to be doing a side by side. So let me show you all what we've got going on today. I'm going to show you all the video, but we got a little trivia. We got a little trivia first. So we are doing something on FoodTokTV where I am going to ask you all a trivia question one time only at the beginning of this stream. All right. And then at the end of the stream, I will give you the answer. Now, if you miss the beginning, you can watch it on YouTube. So if you know the answer to my trivia question and all the other cooking creators are doing the same thing, the person with the most correct answers is going to get your own FoodTokTV apron. Okay, now this one is a little feminine. The one that we have for you is the OG. It's unisex. It's a beautiful gray apron. I actually have one. All right, so here's my question, and we're going to get right into it. Come on in, everybody. Tap that screen. Thank you all so much for being here. We have 213 likes. Let's see if we can get to 500. Okay, so since we were talking about Super Bowl snacks, I'm in Atlanta. Our team is the Atlanta Falcons. We went to the Super Bowl. I don't know what year it was. And we were up, and then we were not. And we lost a very painful game to a team, and we still have not gotten over it. I'm going to tell you, we're still salty in Atlanta. So that is the trivia question. Which team did the Atlanta Falcons lose to when we went to the Super Bowl? Okay, that's it. One time in a row, that's what you got. All right, y'all, so we're going to clean off the counter. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to show you all this recipe. We're frying up egg rolls today, okay? So today is not the fat-free day. Today is not the low-carb day. Today is the day for those of y'all who like to eat. Like me, clearly, I have a problem, okay? So let me show you all this video since this one is Dollar Tree dinners, and I'm going to walk you all through my substitutes. All right, so let me give you some sound. Let's see if you can see this.
Chili's Southwest egg rolls using only ingredients from Dollar Tree. Let's find out. First thing I spotted was a small bottle of jalapeno sauce. Mixed with ranch, it should make the perfect dipping sauce. For the filling, I grabbed 2 cans of chicken, 1 can of corn, 1 can of black beans, some cilantro lime seasoning, and a bag of shredded Mexican.
A little bit so y'all can see. Okay, keep going.
Mexican blend cheese. Now, Dollar Tree doesn't sell wonton wrappers, but they do sell flour tortillas. Not quite the same, but hey, we'll make it work. In a bowl, I combined both cans of drained chicken, the rinsed and drained black beans, the drained corn, 2 teaspoons of that cilantro lime seasoning, and about half the bag of cheese. Mixed it all up, and it looked good, though I kind of wish it had a pop of red color. Now for stuffing the tortillas, wonton wrappers are square, but tortillas are round. So I trimmed the edges to make them square-ish. I thought they might be too thick, so I tried peeling them into layers, and that didn't work, so I just used the full tortilla. To seal them, I mixed equal parts water and flour to make a paste like a little glue, brushed that on the top corner of each wrapper, stuffed them with filling, and rolled them up. The glue actually worked surprisingly well. Once I had all 10 stuffed, it was time to fry. And fun trick, if you stick the handle of a wooden spoon in your oil and it bubbles, the oil is ready. Love that. I fried each one for about a minute per side, just until golden and crisp all the way around. Then I mixed equal parts jalapeno sauce and ranch for the dip. And I sliced each egg roll on a steep diagonal, just like Chili's. Plated everything up, and moment of truth, these were so good. Like, way better than I expected.
Okay.
The tortilla crisped up perfectly. It wasn't too bready, and that jalapeno ranch sauce was honestly incredible. Chili's charges $14 for 4 egg rolls, but for the same $14, I made 10, with enough filling left over to make a second batch if I go out and buy more tortillas.
Okay, y'all, so this is a simple recipe. Let me turn on my struggle air conditioning. Y'all know I'm a woman of a particular age. So this is a simple recipe, but it's pretty intricate with the steps. So I see you all here. We've got Kaz here. We've got Fran Diego. Thank you all for sharing. We made it to 500 likes. You can go ahead and tap that screen. If you like snacks, if you know anybody who likes Southwestern flavors, this is your flavor profile today. This is for Team Savory. So I'm going to clean off the counter, wash my hands, and then we're going to get started. You all like the side-by-side? Thank you, Kaz, for suggesting it. So you all get to see like a real cooking show. However, I am not a professional. Y'all know I mess up all the time. All right. So we're going to do our best here, and we're going to try and make these Chili's Southwestern egg rolls. I've actually had them at Chili's, and just so many ideas. Y'all could do cheeseburger filling if you don't like Southwestern. You could do all kind of different fillings, but wanted to give you all some game day snacks for the Super Bowl coming up. All right, so let's clean this up. Let's wash hands, and then we're going to get started. This recipe, as well as all of my recipes, are on FoodTokTV.com. Make sure you're subscribed on TikTok. FoodTokTV is the home of the longest live cooking show, longest running live cooking show on TikTok. All right. So they got people that really know what they're doing. I do not. We all know we struggle cook over here, and we figure it out together. But come on in, everybody. We made it to 1,200 likes. Thank you all for tapping the screen. We're just going to start with a clean kitchen and clean hands, and we are going to make some egg rolls, and then I'm going to try and make that dipping sauce, but you could also dip it with whatever you like. If you wanted to be lower calorie, you could do like a salsa too. All right, so let's clean hands. Come on in, everybody. We're at 1,300 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie on FoodTokTV. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are making Chili's egg rolls, Southwestern egg rolls, okay? So now that you all have the full view side by side, for anybody coming in, I'm gonna leave this over here so you all can see what we're making, and hopefully I get it right. Okay, so let's get the ingredients together. Am I prepared? Of course not. All right, hold on one second. Let me go over to the recipe and make sure I have the recipe there. And this recipe, again, is posted on FoodTokTV.com. All right, so we need 2 cans of chicken. So this is a Dollar Tree Dinners recipe, which means she usually gets her ingredients from Dollar Tree. I placed a Dollar Tree order, but they didn't have canned chicken. They had canned tuna, and we didn't want to do fishy egg rolls. So I'm going to show you all what I have. I had this in the pantry. So this is the Walmart. This is just great value chunk chicken breast. And this is the large one. Let me show you all the regular cans so you can see the difference. Where's the tuna? Do I have tuna? Here I come, y'all. Oh well. I thought I had some tuna. But anyway, this is the large can. So I'm just going to do one. Now, especially when you're doing filling, anything like a burrito, or we're doing these wontons, less is more. We want them to stay intact, and we don't want them to bust loose when we fry them. So I'm just going to do 1 can, and you can get canned chicken at the dollar store. Let me get in here. Come on in, everybody. We're at 1,900 likes. Thank you all. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are going to make these Dollar Tree Dinner Southwestern egg rolls. All right. So I'm going to use 1 can of chicken, and this is the big can. All right, y'all can see the difference. All right, so I'm going to be using one of these, and this is the 12.5 ounces. If you're using the canned chicken that they have at the Dollar Tree, her recipe calls for 2 of those. Okay, so we need a bowl. And we're gonna drain the chicken. If you're making chicken noodle soup or anything, you could keep the liquid. You could actually drink it. It's just broth. It's nice and savory. But we're gonna drain this so that our chicken filling is not watery. All right, we're at 2,400 likes. Thank you, everybody. Come on in. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making game day snacks, and we are going to try and recreate these egg rolls, these Southwestern egg rolls. I don't have nails. Let me get it here. So we're going to get this chicken. Now, some people have an issue with the canned chicken. You could also do this with rotisserie chicken. You could do this with maybe not deli chicken, but if you have like those Tyson chicken strips, you could cut those up. All right. I don't mind canned chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and drain this in the sink, and then we're going to put it in a bowl, but I'll open it up and show you all. All right. Some people are like, I'm not doing the canned chicken. I think this is a great source of protein, and it's shelf stable. I think it's a great source of protein, especially if you don't have a refrigerator. And it's just chicken breast, right? All right. Just chicken breast. All right. So let's get a bowl. And we're going to go ahead and put our chicken breast in here. So this is going to be one of those. We're going to start slow because we got to prep everything. Do I have all the exact ingredients? No. It wouldn't be a struggle cooking class if I did. All right. So we're going to have to figure our way through this. So let's pretend this is 2 cans of chicken. And what I'll do is I'll get a fork, and I'm going to just kind of like mash it up a little bit because y'all can see the chunks are kind of big. Whenever you're doing like any type of stuffing or filling, you want to make sure that you're you have like the perfect bite. You have a little bit of everything in your egg roll. So I don't mind the big chunks, but I'm going to go ahead and just flake it a little bit. All right. So let me get a couple forks. I see you all coming in so much. We got Mrs. Crotty Shetty. Thank you so much for being here. She says it's been so long since she's caught me on a live. So yeah, you all can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I used to stream every day, but now my cooking streams are Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, which is right now. And we're doing game day snacks. So we're going to make these Chile Southwestern egg rolls. And then I also make femininity content. So I will be probably reacting to some relationship content. I'll try to get to it this weekend, but just subscribe and turn on your notifications. Like I always say, I'm here until I'm not. And that has quite the meaning as of recent events. Okay, so you all can see I just took a fork and I just kind of broke up a little bit of the chicken. Again, this is just cooked chicken breast. All right, delicious. Now let's see what's next that we need in this recipe. And if you don't like any of these ingredients, just omit them. If you are vegetarian or vegan, don't do chicken, just do extra beans or something like that. All right, so we need a can of kernel corn. Now, of all the times that I have corn, I didn't have corn and they didn't have regular corn at the Dollar Tree. So this is the cream corn. I know, it's not the same. I'm thinking if I drain it and maybe rinse it, I can get just the kernels of corn, all right? Because we're trying to get these Dollar Tree Southwestern egg rolls. I don't need a whole lot of corn, so if I have a few specks of yellow, we'll go with that. All right, come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are at 5,000 likes already. Tap the screen if you like game day snacks. All right, so if you're making this the actual way, this would be a can of kernel corn. You could also do, if you have like the frozen corn, you could do that, and you probably could just rinse it and put it in here. You don't need to cook it first because we're going to fry these. You're not going to fry long, maybe for just, I think she said a minute each. Oh, y'all. Okay, this is not what I expected. That's okay. We're still going to strain it and see what happens. I don't know, and neither do you. All right. So let me get the small one because we're going to do the beans as well. This is supposed to be kernel corn. It's creamed corn. All right. So I'm just going to pour this over the sink. All right. So far, not so good. Like I told y'all, this is a struggle cooking class. I'm just kind of jiggling it over the sink to try and get some of the liquid out. And whatever corn kernels are left is what's going in here. So far, it's not looking too good. All right. I think what I'll do is I'll get a slotted spoon. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 6,300 likes. It's coming through slowly, but I think it'll be okay. It's going to have like a little bit more sweet than regular. Let me show y'all what it's looking like. I think what I'm going to do, let me just put this here. I am going to get like a slotted spoon, and we're just going to spoon like half of the corn in here. It's supposed to be a can of kernel corn. Of course, I don't have any. What could you substitute? Maybe yellow peppers. What else could you substitute if you don't have corn? Or if you don't like corn or you want to keep it lower starch, just omit the corn. Katie says, I always make it work. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Okay, focus. So we're just going to get this struggle spoon. And I don't want the filling of our egg rolls to be soupy. So I'm just going to do like this, y'all, like literally like that. And I'll just do enough so that you have a little bit of equal distribution of corn in your egg rolls. Y'all, this is so janky. Like I always say, I don't know why y'all keep coming back here. Hey, Jay, thank you so much for being here. Bria said that happened to you when you purchased corn. Yeah, I had an Instacart order and she said they didn't have kernel corn. I even asked her to check. They sell them like the little single corn packages that is like, you know, like the mandarin orange snacks in the plastic. They didn't even have that. And I'm bad about like going to the store for one thing and coming back with 15. I know nobody can relate. So I was just like, look, we're going to make it work. All right, we're going to stop there. I'm just going to put this in a bowl in case we need extra. But let's pretend that is corn. Cat Dog says you missed the trivia question. Uh-oh. I think I am only allowed to say it once. And I said it at the beginning. So I'm so sorry. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm already struggle cooking over here. I don't want to mess up the trivia and then everybody's looking at me crazy. All right. So if you missed the trivia question, all of the FoodTokTV live streams are posted on YouTube. And I think I said it within like the first 5 minutes. Okay. So we have chicken and we have corn. What else goes inside these Southwestern egg rolls? Black beans. I actually do have black beans. All right. So if you don't like beans, omit the beans. Or if you really like beans or you're doing a vegan or vegetarian version, you could do extra beans. All right. So you all can see what she ordered. So I have these. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, the Goya frijoles negros. So we got some black beans. And these are supposed to be drained, I think washed and drained. So I'm just going to pop this open. And then I'm going to drain them and then we'll give them a rinse, okay? So these are going to go in the sink and then I'm just going to run some water over them. And I'm going to put the whole can. And what we'll do is we'll stir it up. Sorry, y'all know my outburst. We'll stir it up and we'll see kind of what it looks like. I have that struggle corn over here. If we need more of it, we will. Come on in, everybody. We made it to 9,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to 10,000. Hi, I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. I make food and femininity content, and we are making game day snacks. We are making the Dollar Tree version of the Chili's Southwest egg rolls. I think she said they charge $14 for 4 egg rolls. We can do better than that. Okay, so I've drained the beans. I just want to rinse them, get some of that starch off, just so your filling is kind of clean, all right? And we're gonna put the whole can in. I think that's what she did, and that's what I'm gonna do. If you don't like beans, omit them. If you want it less starchy, just do half, okay? But I think beans are healthy. How? I don't know. I think they have protein, fiber, and good stuff. I'm not a doctor. Do not listen to me. All right. Hello. Come on in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Retired Chef Pat in the chat. We got Cat Dog in the chat. All right, so we're making our Chili's Southwestern egg rolls. We got canned chicken, we got canned corn, probably gonna need more of that, and then black beans. Does anything else go in there? Oh yeah, she did say, and I'll play the video one more time. She did say that the Chili's version has red peppers. I actually went to the Chili's website, looked up the menu, my research for y'all, and they include red peppers because she said she didn't have peppers and she wished for some red. So what I'm gonna do is I have some peppers, y'all. We're gonna do something else. Now, if you have red bell peppers, then you can just chop them up fine and put them in here. I had these in the pantry. This is BJ's. This is the fire roasted red peppers. So they're in the jar. I'm just gonna chop these up in my little chopper. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna play the video again with the sound so you all can see now that I don't have to hold it up in case y'all just came in. We made it to 11,000 likes. So you can see what we're doing so far. But I'm just gonna chop these up and then we'll add them in. All right.
Southwest egg rolls using only ingredients from Dollar Tree. Let's find out.
Okay.
First thing I spotted was a small bottle of jalapeno sauce. Mixed with ranch, it should make the perfect dipping sauce. For the filling, I grabbed 2 cans of chicken, 1 can of corn, 1 can of black beans, some cilantro lime seasoning, and a bag of shredded Mexican blend cheese.
Hold on, y'all.
Now, Dollar Tree doesn't sell wonton wrappers, but they do sell flour tortillas. Not quite the same, but hey, we'll make it work. In a bowl, I combine both cans of drained chicken, the rinsed and drained black beans, the drained corn, 2 teaspoons of that cilantro lime seasoning, and about half the bag of cheese.
Okay.
Mixed it all up, and it looks good, though I kind of wish it had a pop of red color.
Pop of
Now
red
for
color.
stuffing it,
Okay, so
tortillas
that's where we
with
are.
wonton wrappers
I'll just
are
turn the
small.
volume down. So we're gonna do the pop of red color right now. So I struggled to open these, but we have some beautiful fire roasted red peppers. You could also do like a sun-dried tomato or whatever. And these are just roasted red peppers. They are not spicy. So they're really, oh gosh, they're really delicate. But I'm gonna pull one out so you all can see. And I'm just gonna put, let's just go with 2, maybe 3. Ooh, they're really delicate. I probably should drain. Let me do one more. These are great in an omelet. These are great if you're doing like fajitas, you know, like onions and peppers. Just really great. Y'all can see. And it's just salt water. Looks weird. Looks like a tongue. But anyway, focus, Maggie. All right, let's clean up the mess. And I'm just going to, I got some liquid in there. I just want to go ahead and drain it out because we want to try and keep our filling as dry as possible for a couple of reasons. So our egg rolls are not mushy. We already have the struggle corn. Look, I'm doing my best, okay? And then 2, since we're gonna fry these, and we're actually going to fry them in oil because we're making game day snacks, and y'all are greedy just like me, you probably could air fry them or bake them. So there's lots of lower calorie versions, but you didn't ask me that. All right, focus. We're at 12,000 likes. Come on in, everybody. Let me just pour this over the sink with my hand over it. Oh, don't come out. All right. Just want to get all that liquid out. And then my little manual chopper here, I'm just going to pretend like I'm dicing them. And we're going to get them in there. Can't do it? No, they're not spicy, Miss Crotichetti. These are not spicy red peppers. So these are like sweet bell peppers, okay? It just says fire roasted, but I have had them before. These are not like red jalapenos, not at all. Let me see. I'll just taste a little bit for y'all and tell you what it tastes like. I've used them before, clearly, so I had the 2-pack. And these are just in like a salt water, not even a salt water solution. Let me see what they're in. But y'all see how they just cut really easy with the spoon? Let me taste it for you. Not all the way vinegary, but it's like a red bell pepper, and a pickle had a baby. It's got like a little bit of like salty, like twang to it. I don't know how to explain it. Spice level, 0 out of 10. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. All right. You love those on pizza. That sounds yummy. Absolutely. All right, y'all, we're at 13,900 likes. Come on in, everybody. Let's see if we can chop these up. Clearly, I don't have it aligned. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making game day snacks, and I am making these Dollar Tree dinners, Chili's Southwestern egg rolls. All right, All right, let's see. Hopefully it doesn't puree. Let's see. We just need a top of red. All right, I think I'm gonna go a little bit more just so they're small. Remember what we said, like with the chicken pieces? Whenever you're doing like egg rolls or anything, burrito, try and get all of your components about the same size. So when you take a bite, that's right, retired Chef Pat says they are fire roasted. And you can do them yourself. Y'all have seen those authentic Mexican cooking channels. This is not one of them, where you get the pepper or the whatever and you hold it literally over the flame and it chars really nice. Yeah. So they do that and then they just put it, what's in here? In a solution with, it's just peppers and salt. All right. So you don't have to worry about heat. Sweet peppers and salt. But there's some vinegar. I'm tasting something pickly. There's something pickly in there. All right, we're gonna stop here. I was thinking if you don't have peppers, you could probably also do like pimento. I don't know, that might change the flavor profile. All right, so we have our roasted red peppers and I'm just gonna put all of them in here. Yeah, we're gonna need some extra corn. We may need some extra chicken. All right, and now we're just gonna add some cheese and some seasoning. So you all can see from the video. And if you're watching, she says a half a bag of Mexican blend cheese. So I did order some Mexican blend cheese. Hold on, y'all. We got to clean up on aisle 2. My mom taught me to clean as you go. So if we make a mess, we're going to wipe it. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, she said, wipe now, scrub later. So if you're not trying to scrub, I think I'm going to go ahead and dunk the rest of the corn in here, y'all. I know it's not authentic, but I'm just looking at the amounts and we have very little corn. And that's supposed to be kernel corn, but that's what I got. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 15,000 likes. If you like football, if you like Super Bowl commercials, if you like snacks, if you like any of that, if you like savory things, today is your day. Come on in. We are making our filling. So we're gonna get the filling made. This looks kind of pretty. Looks like almost like a peace sign or a third diagram from math. How about that? Okay, focus, Maggie. Next, she says a half of the bag of the Mexican blend cheese. So I did get this at the Dollar Tree. Now, if you don't have Mexican blend, it's fine. Use cheddar, use Colby Jack, use whatever you have, all right? Don't go out there spending money you don't need to. But if you have a Dollar Tree that has a refrigerated section, they do have some real food products. Now, this one is probably not $1. I think they have a $3 section or a $5 section. I think mine has a like a elevated product selection. All right, so we're gonna open this, or just use whatever cheese you have, or you can shred the block. Thank you all for the love. Thank you so much for being here. Trini says, where did I get what? Are you talking about? Put it in the chat, Trini, and I'll tell you where I got everything. All right, so we're just gonna put half of the bag of the cheese. And you can adjust this. If you want more, do more, all right? Yes, Chef Pat says you can make your own roasted red peppers. Absolutely. Okay, now the chicken had like a broth seasoning. The corn is sweet. The peppers are pickly. The cheese is creamy. And the beans taste like beans. But she puts this seasoning in here. Let's see. Does she have it? I think it's just 2 teaspoons. So this also comes from the Dollar Tree. They also have seasonings. So this is what she's using. This one is cilantro lime. So we're going to put 2 teaspoons of that in here, and then we're going to stir everything up. All right. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. Miss Crotichetti said, yes, those peppers would be great on a pizza. They're delicious, y'all. They really are. And they're not spicy, so you don't have to worry. All right. So let's get 2 teaspoons of seasoning. Okay. And I would probably go a little bit more on the seasoning, but the first time I make a recipe, I like to do it exactly their way. And then after that, you can doctor it up. All right. But we're going to do 2 teaspoons. And then I'm going to get a big wooden spoon and we're going to stir it up. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. If you're just joining us, we are making game day snacks. We are making the Dollar Tree egg rolls. Let me turn the brightness up a little bit so you all can see. We are making the Chili's Dollar Tree egg rolls. So in the bowl, we have canned chicken, we have roasted red peppers, we have Mexican blend cheese, cilantro lime seasoning. This is supposed to be kernel corn, just look away, and black beans. All right, so let's get a spoon and stir it up. Well, I want one with a long handle. Actually, I'll use this, whatever it's called. All right, so we're just gonna kind of fold. I wanna try and keep everything intact. Maybe a spatula would be better. Yeah. I'm gonna fold it lightly from the bottom and just mix because I wanna try and keep everything identified. So kind of like you would do egg whites. All right, oh, let me keep that going so you all can see. Now everything here is cooked. We're just making the filling for our egg rolls. My mom taught me don't ever serve anybody anything that you haven't tasted, right? So we're gonna taste it. There's nothing wrong with tasting it before we fry them up. Actually, I think it looks pretty good, y'all. I was worried about that corn, but I think it looks pretty colorful. You know what I would put in there? You didn't ask me, but could you imagine some cilantro? I know we got cilantro lime seasoning, but could you imagine a burst of green in there? We're at 20,000 likes. Thanks, everybody. So the reason you don't want to get in there and just like go all to town is that we could kind of like mash the beans and we don't want it to be a paste. I think this is good. Let me just get a tasting spoon. And she's right. It actually makes quite a lot of filling. And I think we have good proportions. So we're just going to taste this and then we'll set it aside so we can start filling, and then we need to heat our oil. It looks really good. All right, let me know if y'all have any questions. I'll try and answer them as I go, but we're gonna give this a taste. Also, let me know what changes you all would make. Would you do like a vegetarian version? Or if you don't like chicken, you could do steak, you could do shrimp, you could do whatever protein, maybe tofu. I can't help you with that. Let's taste it. Y'all, it's really good. Honestly, you could eat this with like crackers. It's got like a nice, fresh, almost like pico kind of thing going on. Excellent. Okay, so we're good. We're just gonna move this to the side. And then I think I'm gonna start heating the oil. And we gotta roll these up. All right, just cleaning up, everybody. Come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We are making game day snacks, and I'm going to try and recreate these Dollar Tree dinner Southwest egg rolls. But yeah, y'all would eat that. Y'all would definitely eat that. All right, so let's just make it look nice. And I'm just going to set this behind me until we're ready to fill. All right, come on in. Vintage Mama says, did you post a recipe somewhere? Yes, dear. All of my recipes, all of these recipes are on FoodTokTV.com. All right, so we got our filling ready to go. So now what do? We need to heat the oil, and then we need to roll them up. Okay, I'm just trying to think. Let me do the rolling because I'm worried about having the hot oil here, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, focus, Maggie. The reason I'm stalling, I do that anyway, but she did a substitute. So you all can see at the Dollar Tree, they didn't have the wonton wrappers. So she did this with tortillas. So if you follow this recipe, it's with like flour tortillas, which she said worked fine. But I'm trying to do this thing where I'm using ingredients that I already have so we can save money. And I found these in the fridge. Okay, are these the same? No, they are not. So these are not wonton wrappers or egg roll wrappers, but they are spring roll wrappers. So these are gonna be lighter, but I figure we could use these for our Chili's egg rolls, all right? The other thing, I have a substitute for you all. If you are gluten-free, I love the rice paper, so I have these as well. So maybe once we get these full, we could do a version of rice, baby. We could do rice paper. Gluten comes from dough, so the wheat is going to be an issue, but rice doesn't have gluten. So just giving you all some suggestions. Cindy says you could dip this with tortilla chips. Yeah, y'all, it's really good. I would just chop up some fresh cilantro and put that in there. It's really light, it's really fresh, and I think it's going to be pretty filling. All right, so if you're using tortillas, and you can see in the video what she does, is she has the round tortilla and then she cuts it square, because egg roll wrappers are square. But since I already had these, that's what we got. All right. So maybe if we have time, if y'all want me to, you can put the rice emoji in the chat. Excuse me, maybe we'll do some rice paper ones, but we got to wet them and wrap them up. But it might be fun to fry one of those. Uh-oh, broke it. Focus, Maggie. Okay. Have I ever used these before? No. Has it ever stopped us? No. We're going to figure it out together. All right, so I'm just going to move this over here. All right. Is this in English? Can I read it? All right, so keep them dry with a damp cloth. Okay. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We're at 25,000 likes. Thank you. Let me get my scissors. All right. I just want to see what these are like, the texture of these, and then we can, I'm going to get a cutting board out. Oh, we got to make the little paste. All right. You know, I'm going to put my little, whatever that is, I'm going to put that back over here. I think it looks nice, and it makes me happy. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. It's very thin. Oh, wow, y'all. These are like puff pastry. I don't know if y'all can see. They're very thin. I want to take one out and see how delicate it is to handle. And then I'll get like a damp cloth to put over top so they don't dry up. I hope they're not dried. Okay. And you know what? You could, if you want to make them really thin, like the spring roll, if you've had like Vietnamese or whatever, we could do one. But if you're worried about that, you could probably double them up. Okay, so I'm just going to have to peel them apart. So let me do this. Let me put a paper towel here, and then I'm going to do a damp one so they don't dry up while we're getting everything ready. So I'm just going to get another paper towel, and I'm going to squeeze the water out, and I'm going to cover it so they don't get all brittle on us, because we need to be able to fill them and roll them. Okay. So, all right. So I know what I'm working with. Okay. So in the video, you need something once you roll them up to kind of keep them sealed. And she made a little paste with flour and water. Do I have flour? No. But I have some like pancake batter. Look, we're going to make it work, y'all. Okay. I just don't think we should. Last year, I like would buy new everything, but I think we can make it work. So I had this little dish here, and I'm going to go get my struggle pancake batter and put it in here, and then just a little water until we can make a paste. All right. Come on in, everybody. We're at 26,000 likes. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We are making Southwestern egg rolls, the Chile Southwestern egg rolls, game day snacks. All right. Let me get that from the other fridge. All right. I think this is cake flour, y'all. I don't know, and neither do you, but we just need like a spoonful of it, because we're going to use that as the glue to seal our egg rolls. All right. So I'm literally just putting like a big tablespoon, and then I'm gonna get like tablespoon and a brush. As long as I can get it like a corn, like a pasty consistency. Let's put a little water. And we're just gonna do like a little bit of water and stir. And then if you need more water, add more water. It's coming together. Yeah, that might be good. I got a little clump in here because we don't need much at all. Y'all, look what we did. I was gonna buy like a whole bag of flour. You don't need that. And if I need more, I'll just make more. All right. So, you know I'm gonna taste it. Oh my gosh, it's taking me back to my childhood. Y'all know when your mom or your aunt or your grandmother was baking and the bowl had the leftover good stuff in it? That's what it tastes like. Okay, so you all can kind of see we made like this paste. So now I think we're ready because all we need to do is brush that on. And if I need to make more, I'll make more. Okay. Now I'm nervous, but it's okay. So let's see what we do. So we just did this part.
Now for stuffing the tortillas, wonton wrappers are square, but tortillas are round. So I trimmed the edges to make them square-ish. I thought they might be too thick, so I tried peeling them into layers, and
egg wash
that
will
didn't
work too.
So
That's
I
right,
just
Cindy.
used the full tortilla. To seal them, I mixed equal parts water and flour to make a paste like a little glue, brushed that on the top corner of each wrapper, stuffed them with filling, and rolled them up. The glue actually worked surprisingly well.
Okay.
Once I had all 10 stuffed, it was time to fry. And fun trick if you
Okay. All right, y'all. So we know what we need to do. Let me see if I can do one, and then I will go ahead and get the oil set up while I do the rest of them. But I'm just nervous. I'm not good at this stuff, y'all. All right. Come on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We're up to 29,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 30,000. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making these Chili's Southwestern egg rolls with Dollar Tree ingredients. We're making game day snacks, all right? So the next time you're invited to a party or you have these ingredients lying around, you can make your own Southwestern egg rolls. Okay. So we are going to, let me put a little wet paper towel underneath here so it doesn't move on me. We're not cutting anything. The hard part is done. All right. So I'm going to get one of our Vietnamese spring roll wrappers. I'm going to try and peel it carefully so it stays square. Oh gosh. Please come apart clean. And what do you all think? Would you all do them thin with the spring roll wrappers, or would you double them up, or do you like do them thicker? Do you like the breading thicker or thinner? Okay, so it's still pretty pliable. Let me watch how she does it, y'all. I get nervous of this. I think we just put it in the middle. I think she folds up the bottom flap and then folds in the side, rolls it. All right, so we're at this step. Y'all know these reels, how you watch them. It's like, oh, I can do that. Okay, we got a little in the middle. We made the paste. Put the paste at the top. Okay. Bottom, side, and roll. Oh, okay, let me get a spoon. So, yeah, I'm greedy, so I want to put like a lot. Okay, but I'm going to do like one heaping spoonful, like that. Then the bottom. Where's my paste? Oh, my paste. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm going to brush it at the top. And then we're going to go in on the sides. I think I did it. Now it's kind of big, but I think it looks okay. I'm just going to keep it seam side down. I think it looks okay. I almost think I can put more filling in it. What do y'all think? But let's go ahead and get the oil heating up so that as soon as I think she did like 10 of them. Okay, so let's move this over here. How's everybody doing? Let's make 30,000 likes. We're at 29.8. I'm just going to move these ingredients over. And I'm going to get like a little platter and put these on. All right. So I have everything Ready? All right. Try to keep everything in view for y'all. 1 second. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making egg rolls, spring rolls, Southwestern Chili's. Who needs Chili's when you have Maggie's? All right, so let's plug this up. All right. All right, so you all will be able to see that. And then I just did the dishwasher. So looked like she did kind of a shallow fry. So I have like a, frying pan. Or you could do cast iron or whatever you have. I got a little mess here. Okay, let me pull this away from the wall. And I'm just gonna use vegetable oil. I know, use whatever frying oil that you have that you wanna use, okay? So you all don't need to see the egg rolls, but I think you do wanna see this. Okay, so let me turn this up and vegetable oil, all right? So just Walmart vegetable oil. If you have olive oil, avocado oil, whatever works for you. So I'm just gonna fill it about halfway. That's probably like, I don't know, 4 cups. And then it looks like she puts it in there and then fries. She just does 1 to 2 minutes per side. I just wanna make sure it's not up on the cord. Okay. Okay, so let's let that do its thing. And we need to get rocking and rolling. Let me move the handle this way. Okay, so we are gonna make these egg rolls. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. Cannon says do them thicker if they're going to be fried. Okay, so let's see. Let's do half and half. If I have any that are difficult to peel, we'll do double, but that's a great point because we don't want them to bust open in the oil. But the actual recipe calls for wonton wrappers or egg roll wrappers. Let me see if I can move kind of quickly here. I think I'm going to need some more paste. All right. I'll try and do it diagonal. Okay. And I'm going to do the paste. So now we're at the point where we are just going to rinse and repeat. Depending on how many guests you have coming to your Super Bowl party, you could do as many of these. Oh, we already have a little tear. Okay. As you want. And remember, these are going to be cut in half. You know how Chili's sells them. They're going to be cut on the angle, on the bias, right? Just want to try and keep the cutting board kind of clean so we don't get any moisture on them. Turn it diagonal. And if you see in the video, she doesn't use all, I'll do like 2 spoons. She doesn't use all of her filling. This filling, you could do some in egg rolls. You could do some in like chips and dip. Honestly, you could just do it in like a salad or something. It's really good. So that filling will keep. So we have 3 so far. So come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Tap the screen if you like savory snacks. We are making Southwestern egg rolls. This is the Dollar Tree dinner version of the Chili's Southwest egg rolls. I'm going to turn my oil up. I want to see if it can start dancing on its own, dancing to the music, and then we'll do the little wooden spoon trick. So inside this filling, this way. This was canned chicken, so everything's already cooked, nothing is raw. It's supposed to be canned corn, but I didn't have any, so we went with creamed corn. Black beans, cilantro lime seasoning, and Mexican blend cheese. All right. Thank you all so much for tapping the screen. We made it to 30,000 likes. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, so we are up to number 5. We've been folding these and we're gonna fry them. We'll probably stop here and then, you know, see how they come out. Because now that I know what I'm doing, we could make extras in a pinch, especially once that oil gets hot. Okay, so let's do this last one. Let's do the paste, or, you know, egg wash, or whatever you want to do to make it stick. Okay, I'm smelling the oil. It's starting to smell like hot grease. My mom taught me to cook with all of your senses, right? Don't just set it and forget it. Watch your food. Look at how it's changing color and changing texture. Listen for it. You know, if you're cooking something and it's starting to snap, crackle, pop, you know, taste as you go, as long as it's not raw. And smell as well. Okay, so we have 5 of these struggle spring roll wrappers. So I'm just gonna move this out of the way, and then I'll move the cutting board, and then we'll give the oil a test, and then we're ready to fry them. All right, come on in, everybody. We made it to 30,000 likes. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and we are making Chile's Southwestern egg rolls, the Dollar Tree dinner version. Okay, so in the bowl here we have cilantro lime seasoning, sweet bell peppers, roasted fire peppers, black beans, Mexican cheese, canned chicken, and corn. It is corn, but I had to get through it. But that's our filling, and we have plenty left over. Okay, so I'm just going to move everything out of the way so we can fry once our oil is ready. And then maybe we'll try the rice paper ones. Bria's going to try and make them with tortillas. Yeah, that's what she did. If you're doing this strictly with Dollar Tree ingredients, she used the flour tortillas, which are round, but she just cut them square so that you could fold them. To be honest with you, I would just keep them round, but who am I? You didn't ask me that. Okay. So I want to get everything ready so that when we start frying, we're ready to go. I'm going to carefully move the oil towards me, move all this other stuff out of the way. Be very careful. I love having kids in the kitchen. My mom is a retired home economics teacher. She taught me and my brother how to cook. You all know I'm a boy mom ×2. Both of the boys know how to cook. But when it comes to the hot oil and the frying part, they can help you with the mixing and the folding, but be very careful. Okay, so I think it's ready, but she says, and I've seen this on another Asian channel. Ooh, I just dropped something in there and it popped. She says get a wooden spoon, or you could also get a chopstick. And then if we put it in the oil and it starts bubbling, okay, not really. Yeah, it's bubbling. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm gonna go up 1 dot. I don't know if y'all can see some little bubbles coming up. That means your oil is ready. You could also do a little thing of water or whatever you like. All right, so let me see how many she puts in there at once. All right, I'm excited, y'all. We're about to start frying.
So I tried peeling them into layers, and that didn't work. So I just used the full tortilla.
Exactly.
To seal them, I mixed equal parts water and flour to make a paste like a little glue. Brushed that on the top corner of each wrapper, stuffed them with filling, and rolled them up. The glue actually worked surprisingly well. Once I had all 10 stuffed, it was time to fry.
She made 10.
Fun trick, if you stick the handle of a wooden spoon in your oil and it bubbles, the oil is ready. Love that. I fried each one for about a minute per side, just until golden.
Let's see if we can put them all in there.
Then I mixed.
All right, let me just turn the sound down so we can focus. Now mine, I'm worried they're gonna start bursting, but we're gonna go. We're just gonna put them down. Let's see how many I can get. I'll do 3. I don't want to crowd it. I'm excited, y'all. She says just about a minute per side. Oh, we're supposed to be making the sauce. Okay. Hold the phone. Okay. While these are frying, I'm just going to tell y'all can see on the video. So she used 2 things to make the dipping sauce. I couldn't find the exact. She had a jalapeno sauce. Is that this one right here, this spicy bowl? So this is what I got. My shopper couldn't find that one, so I had this cilantro lime, and then she mixed it with ranch. So we're gonna mix these 2 together. Let me see if I can do that while these are frying. We'll just give it about a minute, and then we'll turn them over. Y'all are excited? I'm excited. We're at 33,000 likes. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making Chili's Southwestern egg rolls. You could do ranch. You could do whatever you like. Let me taste this. Hold up. Ooh, it's got a kick to it. All right, so I just did half of that. Kind of like a spicy salsa verde. All right, let me see if I can turn these over. I don't think they're brown enough. Y'all, we may need to make some more. We need some more color, don't we? I think I want to put the other ones on the side, but okay. So half of the green sauce. Woo, it's popping me. And then ranch. You could do it without the sauce if you want to keep it lower calorie. Let me get in here. But it's just like a half and half. And then, do it to taste. Or if you have, your own salsa or whatever. No, they actually are doing well. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to check the other side. These are not... First the red peppers, and now, finally. Whew. All right, 1 second. All right. Mine kind of look more like burritos. They look flatter than egg rolls, a little bit more. But I think y'all would still eat them. Looking great so far. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Cindy. Come on in, everybody. Hello. We're at 31,000 likes. Okay, so we're going to make this dipping sauce. We have some spicy green jalapeno lime. Or this is what my Dollar Tree had. All right. Hello, Wilbert is here. Thank you so much for supporting me. One of my day ones. And then ranch. All right, and I'm just going to mix that up. So it's going to be kind of like a creamy, spicy. We're making Super Bowl snacks, y'all. I'm just checking the color because really we just want these to be kind of brown because everything was already cooked. What do y'all think of the color? Ooh, got me. I'm just going to give it like 1 more minute. All right. We're going to give our dipping sauce a stir and then taste it. Looks good? Searching on DoorDash? Yeah. I've had these at Chili's. I think it's part of their, like, you know how they have that, like, triple appetizer thing? You can get these Southwestern egg rolls. But like she said, they charge $14 for 4. All right. Let's give this a taste. It's good. It's a little heavy on the ranch for me. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the jalapeno lime or whatever that is. I'll stir it in a minute. All right, we're going to take these out and do the other two. All right. So let me just move this. So I have an air fryer tray so they can kind of stay on top. I think maybe because these are spring roll wrappers and not egg roll wrappers, I think the tortilla ones are going to give you more brown. Y'all know spring roll wrappers are like lighter in color, but it worked. The glue kind of held up. Y'all look how it's boiling on the inside. Is that scary or what? Whew. Okay, so we're going to put the other 2 in. I only made 5, but that's going to make 10 egg rolls. So you could just kind of keep these going. You could also keep frying them as people are eating. All right, always go away from you. And if y'all want me to, I'll do the rice one, but let's see if we can get this done. I think I tore that one. All right. So we're gonna let these cool off behind me and then we'll cut them in half. All right, let me get my dipping sauce together. If you're just coming in, welcome. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie the Substitute Teacher. We're making game day snacks. I'm making the Dollar Tree Dinners Southwestern egg rolls from Chile. So for the dipping sauce, something creamy and something with a little bit of heat, whatever you like. I think the dipping sauce that comes with chilies has like a red flavor to it, but y'all can experiment. Perfect. I wanted a little bit more tang. Okay. So we just gotta fry these. So you all can see the video while we're waiting on these. Let me go ahead and turn since our oil was hot. Got me. This one's opening up. Can y'all see it? Please don't explode. All right, so if you just came in, our ingredients came from the dollar store. We used canned chicken. Mine came from Walmart. A can of black beans, rinsed and drained. A can of corn, rinsed and drained. We put fire roasted peppers, chopped. Cilantro lime seasoning, also from the Dollar Tree. And half a bag of Mexican cheese. And that was our filling. I'll put it back here so y'all can see. And I think it looks really good. So this is what's inside. And it tastes really good. All right. Well, I think we're good with this. Hold up. I don't want to. Maybe just a little bit longer. Woo! All right, maybe one more minute. Uh-oh. It's starting to come apart. This one's starting to open up a little bit, but y'all would still eat it. Y'all would still eat it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Wait until you can't hear it over the grease. All right, let's let those cool off. Cool it down. Slow it down. I think we're good. We're gonna lose control. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. Let's get this out. And remember, it doesn't take long. Let me move our dipping sauce until we're ready to plate. Let me get them out of the grease. It doesn't take long because remember, everything in there was cooked. All right, so I'm just gonna carefully, this one probably has the best presentation and stayed nice and intact. So when you put your filling in there, make it kind of rectangle shape and kind of pat it down. If it lumps up, yeah. Whew. This one opened up, but one of y'all would still eat it. Okay, I'm gonna very carefully move this behind me. So we have a place to cut our egg rolls. Do not do this. Let your oil cool down, but I want y'all to be able to see everything. Okay. All right, so we are done with this. Come on in, everybody. We're at 31,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 32,000. These are game day snacks for your Super Bowl Sunday. Some of y'all are here for the game. Some of y'all are here for the snacks. Some of y'all are here for the commercials. This recipe, along with all of my recipes, are on FoodTokTV.com. All right, so now we need to slice these like Chili's does, and then we're gonna plate them. And we're gonna slice them on a steep diagonal so they have that nice little pointy tip. Come on in, everybody. Halftime. You're here for a halftime show? Yeah, I know. I forgot. Okay, so are you here for the game? Are you here for the commercials? Are you here for the halftime show? Or are you here for the snacks? Okay, focus, Maggie. All right. So these are kind of on a wire rack. And let me get a sharp knife. All right. So let's see. Ooh. I don't know. Well, let's see if I can. Okay, here's my concern. Y'all heard that crackle? You know how spring rolls are very, very delicate? I don't know if this is going to cut well because it's literally. All right. That's okay. Let's see. I wish they held up a little bit better, but I think they look okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and cut them, and then we're gonna plate. My version. All right. If you want them to have a thicker, more intact, what is this called? Shell, double them up or use the tortillas. But y'all listen for this crunch. And then last one. This one opened up. We have one that failed. But let's go ahead and cut it anyway. Then we're gonna plate. Turn the cutting board. All right. So we just have, that's my only flaw. But it's good. I think y'all would eat that. Okay. Now, they're not as robust as the egg roll wrappers, but I used what I have. So let's go ahead and plate these and put the dipping sauce in the middle and see how we like them. So how does she plate them? She has a white plate. Let me get the dipping sauce on the side. But I think they're coming together nicely. Looking good. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get a plate. She has a white plate and a white ramekin. All right. So we're going to try. I would love to like sprinkle cilantro on these. That would be so good. So, so good. Oh, okay. Got a little ramekin. We're going to pour our sauce in here. Let me just rinse this off. So I believe all this week on FoodTokTV, everybody's doing game day snacks. So wanted to show you all, you don't have to spend money to have good snacks. And, you know, eating out, it's fine, but do it because you want to, not because you don't know how to cook, all right? So we have our dipping sauce here. And then we are going to put, I wish mine, let me see, hold up. I think she has this goes outside. I think that's how they do it. So we got the Maggie's egg roll wraps. Oops. So remember 5. Yeah, okay, mine didn't stand up as big, but let me see if I can get it to stand up. Some of them are more on the flat side. That's a testament to my rolling skills or my lack of rolling skills. But and these will stay hot. Okay, let me move everything. And you all can tell me what you think. And of course, I'll take a taste for you. And like she said, we've got lots of filling left over. All right, so these are the egg roll, Southwestern egg rolls. Let me see if I can get y'all a good cross section here. Let me see if I can get a picture. And then we're gonna dunk one and taste one. Do a better job rolling them, or honestly just use real that. Hello, Derek is here. Ooh, they have avocado ranch. Oh, Papa's not here. He's at home. I know. Y'all remember I brought my dad over last week and he was ready to go. Less filling next time. Great point. Great point. Okay, let me get a picture. And let me see. try and make it look like, look good. All right, y'all. Let's get one with the flash. And let me do a quick video. All right, so today we made the Dollar Tree dinner Southwestern egg rolls. We use the spring roll pastry, so they're not as thick as egg rolls, but we have a great filling with chicken, corn, beans, cilantro, lime, cheese, and roasted red peppers with a jalapeno ranch dipping sauce. Enjoy. Okay, so this was the goal. And this is what I made. So I did my best. Let's try it. What do y'all think? All right, let's give it a try. I'm gonna go with this one that's standing up. Oh God, y'all, I gotta get one that's kind of intact. The spring roll wrapper is just really delicate and flaky. That's the only thing. Y'all would still eat it. All right, let's go in here. I'm feeling so greedy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Woo! I'm telling you, 10 out of 10. And it's not spicy. Yes, it looks a hot mess, but I'm telling you, the flavors come together so nicely. And that half bag of cheese, it's not really cheesy, but it's like the perfect glue. I don't want to double dip on camera because y'all be talking about me. I really do not care, but OMG. Y'all, this is so good. I would get a big old thing of cilantro and put in there, or just fresh salsa. I gotta find somebody to give these to. Y'all would eat that. Call the neighbors. That gotta go. Somebody call the neighbors. Somebody. Yeah, this is good. Well, I hope you all had fun. All right, so now let me give you the answer to the trivia question. Oh, I wish I didn't like food as much as I do, but y'all, this is so good. And honestly, it was really easy. You all can make this. So again, this has been my version of the Dollar Tree dinners, Chili's Southwest egg rolls. They are delicious. You all would like them. They're addictive, so stand back. But since we're doing a series on game day snacks, this is what I had for you all. I asked a trivia question at the beginning of the stream. You all know I'm here in Atlanta. Y'all, I'm hot. Oh my God. I'm here in Atlanta, and my trivia question was, our team, the Atlanta Falcons, made it to the Super Bowl. And we started off really strong. And we were up. I think we were up at halftime. And then a certain team came back and swipe or no swiping took our win from us. So the question was, thank you all so much. The question was, which team did the Atlanta Falcons lose the Super Bowl to? And the answer is the New England Patriots. All right. So there's going to be a trivia question on each cooking stream. I think it ends tomorrow. And the person that has the most right answers will get a FoodTokTV apron, not this one, the original unisex apron, okay? Of course, I had to get something flowery and feminine. But I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I had a lot of fun with you all. Hopefully gave you all some inspiration. You can make these at home. I know you all know the Patriots. I know. Tom Brady. He's the GOAT, but we're just not over it. So don't bring it up, okay? All right. So that's it for me. I will see you all next week. What are we making? I have no idea. But I will be back. I'm with you all Fridays at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So thank you to my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok. Um, Seems like you all like the side by side. Excuse me. So it seemed to work well. So you all can give feedback in the chat, or you can let Kaz know if you like it. Then we'll keep this going so you all have the proper cooking show experience. All right. The recipe is at foodtoktv.com. Thank you all so much. I know. Shout out to the Patriot lovers in the chat. Time heals all wounds, but we're still salty. All right. Thanks, everybody. Let me go ahead and end the stream since we're all on one platform, and I will see you all next week. All right. Love it too. Thanks, everybody. Bye.